Hello and welcome to The Humble Seer. So this is the hidden side of Cardi B. So let's get that first card to lay the foundation. And then we'll get into her finance, family, love, and career. Okay. Okay. So the overall is fairy, enchantment, magic, glitter. Well, that's an interesting card for Cardi, but that's the card that wants to come out. She is a fairy tale. When I think of a fairy tale, I think of something that, is made up. It's not true. It's not real. It's a fallacy. It's false. It's lies. It's deception. And that's what I see in her. Okay, let's move along. So we've got she's a fairy, or, just kind of, she has two sides to her, but most people do. But her side, she's not a stupid person. She's a very smart person. I mean, you'd have to be smart to get where she has arrived, right? To be Cardi B and to have the fame and the fortune, although the fortune is dwindling, which is what we're going to get into next, which is finances. So let's get this finance card and we'll clarify it. Okay. Now we have entry level. Now, Cardi B is in no way entry level, but her money is entry level. That's like the beginning, the start. And what I get for that, because I've done several readings on her and her money, and the start is like she has to start all over, basically. No, she's not broke, but she just doesn't have the finances that one would think she does. Okay, let's clarify that entry level. Okay, we've got the Lovers. Let's get one more. And we've got the Sun. Okay. So I get that she has, right, I mean, her career is just fine. So she'll enter into new contracts that will, give her the sun in terms of her prosperity. But what I get is it will just go down. It's like this person, being Cardi B, doesn't have control over the best control over spending and finances. And she has the wrong people around her. And that's part of it too. Okay? Could be gambling away money, just not being smart. Okay, the restaurant wanted to come out. That's as it relates to finances. And that's just, spending money on food is what I'm getting. Fine dining. What else can we get here? Kitchen. That's interesting because what she probably should do as it relates to, because restaurant wanted to come out. There could also be some investments in restaurants that will lose her money. And then also, elaborate fine dining and things like that, popping bottles, just these things add up. And it's like advisable to get into your kitchen and do some cooking, but the bottom line is the money will come and go. It's like when she's done and she has done everything in this world that she's going to do and she's, old and gray, she won't have much. Because she'll continue to be around the people that, are like vultures. And she's not even gone because vultures come over and pick on dead things that are dead. She's alive and she's got vultures around her. Okay, let's move on to family. Let's see. Let's get a couple oracle cards on family. I get this would be her, her family, like siblings, like sister, mother, father kind of thing. So let's get a couple cards on that, a couple oracles. Okay, we have pride. And we have shallow, which, she is. And we have clinging. Well, she wanted to disappear on us. Okay. She is a very prideful, shallow person. It's all about me. I run my mouth. I get on these apps and these, social media apps, and I just run my mouth. I just talk, 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 talk. But I'm very prideful. I have a big ego. But, again, people in her position, they have to have that to a certain extent, right? They have to have big egos to be where they're at. So it's up to you, the listener, to decide, is that good or bad? And then, shallow, it follows that, right? Shallow, everything wants to come down, crumble down, shallow, hollow, empty, and boredom. And I get that is, she's in that mode of boredom. But these things are how her family sees her. And her family could also be her fan base. I get that comes in too. And then we have clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying. These are relationships that she finds herself in. But again, these things are, if you were to ask the family, their perception of her. Prideful, shallow, clinging, holding on to relationships that don't serve her. I don't get that she has a bad family life, mother, father, siblings. I get it's actually quite good. But if someone were to ask her family in front of her, they would not reveal this. But in private, and how they see her and deal with her, these are the things that they see. So it's more about the family talking about her. But I see the family in general, the immediate family, as good. And I see her family. Let's get a card. Let's pull a tarot card on her family life with her children. I don't see anybody, romantically in her life. But let's get a card on her, children and whatnot. And she loves her children. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups, yes, and that's a loving person. She loves her children. And she does the best that she can. Now, is it the best way the things that these children see? Obviously not. I mean, because of her character, who she is, what she does, and the children see these things. So, but that doesn't take away, it doesn't subtract from the love that this person has for their children. She would describe herself as a good mother. Irrespective of what the children witness and hear, where, most people would say that that's not being a good parent. But anyway, let's move on. Let's get into love. So let's pull some love cards. She's not good at love. I just get talks too much is what I'm getting. Okay, so the love card. All right, we have no one compares. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I have, there's no one who compares to you. Now, that goes back to this clinging energy, right? No one compares and clinging. Because, a person that's clingy and feels that no one compares, I mean, that's not a healthy way to, once a person is gone out of your life, you don't want to, but that is how she is in relationships. It will be clingy. And when the person eventually moves on, and they will, or they'll just be, they'll cheat, then, I mean, it's sad. The love is sad. Okay, that's slid out. Let's grab it and see what it says. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Now, it's interesting because what I see is she is the aggressor. You always want the man to pursue because that's what he does, irrespective of what time we are, if this is 2024, whatever. The man wants to pursue, and you're never going to take that out of the man. So, but this person, Cardi B, is the one that, and I get that she's just foul-mouthed. I mean, it's just, but I don't think anybody would be surprised by that. but it's hidden to a certain extent because some people might think, well, she's maybe demure, she's more ladylike. No, she's not. All right, let's get some hidden secrets on that love, and then we'll move into career and see where that's going to take us. Okay. We have bluff. Interesting. We have boundaries. Obsession. Yeah, that goes to that clinging and all of that, it's just bluff. Now, it's funny because bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration these are the things that she does in these romantic relationships. There's no boundaries. Okay? She's very disruptive in the person that she's dating, their life. Very disruptive and very obsessive. Just not, she doesn't know how to get into healthy relationships. So, there's something in her immediate family with her mother and father that led her to be this way. It's not about her fame and, where she's at. And it's just upbringing. That's rearing. So she's, doesn't have boundaries, is obsessive. And I just get that she will not have good relationships. She hasn't had good relationships. All right, I want to delve a little deeper. I'm going to pull just one oracle card more on that. Okay. We have ship. I get cleanliness, why she is not, scorching lands. She's not the best in terms of hygiene. Okay, so we have ship, maritime adventure, nautical journeys, sailing vessel. And I get that this is just about the water, the emotions that this person, Cardi B has. She's not, doesn't have good control of her emotions. And then we have scorching lands, which is scorched earth, which is, she can be combative and go scorched earth, verbally abuse, say nasty, mean thing, just be mean and nasty. Let's move into career. I get that. Yeah, I'm going to take that one. No, I'll shuffle. I get that, she's not, I get she doesn't have a lot of friends, a lot of friendships. Just, her mouth is just, but I don't think anybody's surprised. Okay. All right, so we have receipts. See that person budgeting and calculating. Now, I don't see her budgeting because, it's like we already spoke about her finances and, it being up and down. This is somebody that will reinvent themselves, but they'll get into things in their career that would be somewhat suspect, questionable, right? We'll see them moving into areas that, well, it's like, it would be like, a wealthy person going to McDonald's, even though we know there are celebrities that do that. But, plenty don't. They get a fine hamburger or they get a really good hamburger made. They have a chef. But this person would have to, go to McDonald's. I know it seems crazy and it seems like it just isn't reasonable because where you see this person, but you just don't understand. They are not Somebody has a hold of their finances too, is what I get. Okay, let's get career. Career is, like I say, they'll reinvent themselves and they will be seen doing things because of that McDonald's scenario that I just created, because, you know, the money won't be there. And it will happen over time. Okay, let's get a couple more cards on career. Amusement park and bench. Now, bench is what I see is like older people, you know, people in their sunset years. And I get that. And then we have amusement park. Because the things that she will get into, because she has a certain lifestyle and wants to maintain that lifestyle. You know, she makes a certain amount of money. Well, not as much as you might think. But what she will eventually veer into in terms of career is like people will find it amusing. It just, I mean, this reading is all over the place because this person is all over the place. And that bench that I was talking about, as far as, you know, people in their sunset years, she'll still be on that amusement ride, you know, doing things that are crazy, that amuse people, because it is going to be required. It's like she'll rack up debt, is what I get also. This person is just all over the place. They're a mess. They're a mess, and that's not going to change. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by The Humble Seer. As always, you take good care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.